All right, guys, you join us this evening on a sad occasion. We've just learned at CoasterGen through Wolf that Indiana Beach, the resort, has completely closed forever. So we just wanted to do a quick live stream and just talk about. I think the park, it's owed some sort of respect from the enthusiasts and for everything that it's given. So, we thought we'd just have a quick chat about it and just see what the thoughts are like in the chat. So I'll just get the chat up. If you have any questions, let us know. Yeah, hey Chad. Yeah, it's a sad day. What the thoughts are like. But we just wanted to, obviously, because it's news and we are a news outlet after all on Facebook. We have to do this kind of thing. So Wolf, I've never been personally, but I've seen the rides. I know the iconic, the wooden coaster by the lake. You've been right a few times.
Yeah. Yeah, I was there as a little kid, and then I was there again just about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I was there. Um, and I have family that I have a family that's gone there for over 30 years. Would have a camper, just about 5 minutes from the park. So
Mm.
that's how they would spend their summer. And I got the privilege to go just a few years ago, and it was a fun experience. Small little park and a lot of different coasters that you don't see a lot of outside of this little park. This park was kind of like a hidden gem to an
Yeah.
extent. Um, the experiences for each ride was different. So, uh, yeah, it's definitely a sad day. And I've talked to some family and even they're upset about it as well and just can't believe it. But this
Yes.
park was definitely one of a kind. It was
Hmm.
very different from anything else in terms of experience and everything like that. And Lake Schaefer was right off of Lake Schaefer. It was really nice. Uh,
I'm trying to get up the website, but like you said before, it's down completely.
yeah, the
Uh,
website is down, and I've had some family that has tried to call to get some answers, and nobody is picking up the phone.
yeah, so
Uh,
we've got, it says as well on Wikipedia, it says year closed 2020 on all of the attractions there. So, Cornball Express, year open 2001, year closed 2020. Who's here Hurricane, is that how I say it?
yep. Who's your hurricane? Yep,
1994, closing 2020. Lost
that's the one
Coaster
that.
of Superstition Mountain, 2002,
Yep,
closing 2020. Steel Hog, as this is El Loco. Is that one of the firsts?
yep. That was the first one.
The
Mumbo Jumbo
first
was
one.
the clone.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the crazy thing is I actually have a recreation floating somewhere around on my like in my files of Steel Hog
Mm.
that I never completed.
Do we
Um,
know? Do we know why it closed? You said something about the owners not
yeah, it was something with the
looking.
owners. From what I understand, the owners really didn't care about the park. And then of course we know that there was, I believe it was a death just past summer at Indiana Beach from one of the rides, and they were able to find out that it actually wasn't from one of the rides. It was, I think, the person had a medical condition.
So they had problems with um, people almost suing them, right?
I think so. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I actually just remember reading about that again. I because it just popped up. But oh yeah, it's yeah, the owners from what I understand weren't great. The taco place that everybody like loved in there, they just left after this past season. Again, with my family, they love to go there and get tacos. It was amazing, real popular place. There was always a wait for that place because it was so popular. And now it's not.
So I
Everything's
have,
gone now.
the article up that we shared on Coast. I'm just going to read it out. Indiana
Right.
Beach is closing for good on Tuesday. White County Economic Development Director Randy Mitchell confirmed that Apex Parks Group decided to close Indiana Beach after a search for buyers ended unsuccessfully. Apex Parks Senior Vice President Greg Borman told Mitchell the closure was strictly for financial reasons, so that's the only reason why. Mitchell said Apex Parks will send out a press release in the coming weeks that will lay out plans for the season ticket holders, ride employees, and campground. So it's everything. It's not just the park, it's everything else. Indiana
Yeah.
Beach still has 27 employees, 15 in maintenance, and 12 in administrative roles. The future of their employment is uncertain, according to Mitchell. Also said Apex Park closed. Three other amusement parks. Uh, I, I'm guessing that was someone something about Adventure Island or something.
I don't know a whole lot about
But I don't
the
think that's the UK one. The
yeah.
Lakeside Resort was opened by the Spackman family in 2008. They sold the park to Morgan RV Resorts on September 1st, 2015. It was announced that the park would be sold to Apex Park Group. In 2019, a 12-year-old boy died after suffering a medical emergency on a roller coaster at the park. Investigations determined it was not the cause by Indiana Beach of the ride. So it's not to do with that, guys. It's to do literally with financial.
Yeah, which was kind of, I mean, if you, from what I understand from, I'd have, like I said, I haven't gone there every year, but the family that I did have go there, they did say that you could tell that the owners just didn't care about the park, and it was slowly like dwindling away, and things weren't looking so good. If I remember right, when I was there, I believe they were severely understaffed as
Hmm.
well from when I went, because some of the rides weren't open right away. They
Right?
didn't get them up. I mean, it wasn't because they weren't testing or anything like that. It was literally just because they didn't have enough people to work there. Like I know everyone's talking about in the chat right now is Superstition Mountain Coaster. Uh, that Lost Coaster. That coaster was really cool. Like I was telling you a little bit ago.
Yeah.
It was like basically what those dark ride coasters are that Mac was doing with those really tight turns. That's
Mm.
kind of what Lost Coaster was, but it was a really cool experience. Really, it kind of threw you around a bit, but it was a really fun ride. It didn't really like hurt to get thrown around because you had so much room on the inside of the car.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. It had nice theming, the elevated lift. The ride was just so different from I think anything I've ever been on before. Sorry. Yeah, that ride was definitely like different. I'm trying to think what else. Who's a hurricane with going over the water multiple times and basically being over the water for the duration of the ride.
Yeah.
That was incredible, especially where you dive underneath the bridge. Which I think if you look on Google, that's one of the pictures you see a lot of from the bridge that walking over the water. That is a really cool experience, fun moment. The ride has a lot of airtime.
Hmm.
It was a little bit. It was a. I guess you could say, and most people will say there's worse out there, but the ride was a bit rough to what I've been on. But I still enjoyed it. It was still a fun ride. Um, Cornball Express, I think, was the smoother of the two of the wooden coasters. That ride was like, I don't know, that ride had a lot of, from what I remember, airtime and laterals was one of the things that it was basically like what you'd expect out of an RMC, I guess,
Right.
but not being an RMC. I know there were people out there wishing that RMC would go to Indiana Beach and give the Iron Horse treatment to Cornball Express, but
Yeah.
or sorry, Hoosier Hurricane, but with knowing the owners and stuff, I don't think that would really ever be possible. Obviously now it's
That
not, but
hill looks massive.
it is. That little S curve before the drop, that is fun
Mm.
too, especially in the back because you kind of, and when you're in the front, you're kind of hanging over the front of the drop before you go down. Where in the
Yeah.
back, of course, you get whipped. So that was always fun in the back. Steel Hog, of course, that ride was good. That was my first L loco I've ever been on, and the only L loco I've been on. Really like that. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? Oh, the relocated Schwarzkopf coaster. I don't know if it's pronounced Tiger or Tigger. I'm not sure how they pronounce it, but that ride was really cool too. Fun experience. Um, Definitely different. It was really quick too. It was fun. It was
Tigger is
enjoyable.
Tigar. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
it was.
classic
I'll
steel
put it.
roller coaster located in Indiana Beach. Oh, it's moved since there. Let's see. Jetstar. It's a Jetstar. Yeah. Uh, Werner Stengel designed it.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, but it was a good ride. I mean, the park. I hope this is really isn't the end. Obviously, right now it is, but hopefully someone will come and pick it up and actually put TLC into the park because it's the boardwalk, I should say. But it was really nice. Like I said, all my family didn't really do the rides, but they like to go and feed the carp and walk around on the boardwalk and just
Yeah.
have a nice time. It was nice to get out of Chicago and go on a mini vacation to Indiana Beach. So
So how far away
um,
is it away from Chicago?
From well, you figure I'm about. about a half hour out from the city. So for me, it's about an hour and a half. So it's about a 2 hour drive for them,
Right. Okay.
roughly, if I remember correctly. But
So it
for
was
me, it's about
like,
an hour.
so it was like our Blackpool in a way then.
Yes, yeah, it was just like your Blackpool. Um, Nothing as tall as
Big one.
big
Yeah.
one, but still, it was a good park, nice experience. And they'd have they had the what are they like the trolleys that would pick you up from the camper that my family would stay at, because it was like a mini, like, it was just a campground. They'd come and pick you up there, and they'd take you on the ride to the park there and back, and it was really nice. Yeah, they did this all night long, and I mean, you could walk to the park from the camper that they stayed at because it was, like I said, it was really close. You probably could start to see it just a few minutes down. So yeah, it was cool being so close, but uh,
Yeah. So I'm just looking at Apex Park's website, just seeing if there's a list of anything that they actually own, and there isn't really. To be fair, there's nothing. Oh, hang on. You could click that. All right, that's a bad website. Wow. Yeah, there's nothing about what they actually own on their website, which is a bit bad, really,
yeah,
isn't it? Yeah, it's bad.
it is.
Have a look
So
on
it
the
makes you wonder too with this like with this boardwalk closing.
yeah.
It makes you wonder what's going to happen. What's the future for a lot of those rides if this boardwalk or park doesn't reopen? I mean, I know they have water slides. They have a water park area too, which I got to do as well, which was pretty cool. I'm not a big water park person, but
Hmm.
I got to do that. That was pretty cool. Um, so definitely hope to see some of these rides get relocated instead of just getting scrapped. Especially, like I said, with them being so unique and different from most rides you've been on. It'd be nice to see them get relocated at most if this park does not reopen.
So Apex is a privately held company based in Irvine, California. The company owns and operates nine boomers parks in California and Florida, Speed Zone in California, Big Kahuna's Water Park in Florida, and Sahara Sam's Oasis Water Park in New Jersey. Apex Park Group is currently one of the largest owners of family entertainment centers in the United States. Apex
Yeah,
Park was founded in 2014 to acquire and operate the best in class out of home entertainment assets and committed to excellence to the communities that they serve and to delivering value that exceeds expectation. That's their company, thing. It
yeah,
says they've got over 5,000 employees. So I mean, this is going to be a bit of they must be struggling as a group for them to do this. Like
that's
literally, it
that's
must be it.
that would make the most sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Uh,
Hey guys, just say hello to the
Hi,
chat. Yeah. So
hi,
how is everyone
Chad.
feeling in the yeah, Chad, yeah, go on. Chad said
He said they had the Frankenstein walkthrough thing, which I did not do. It's like a mini haunted house, but
yeah.
like animatronics and little things. Like there's like it's all in the dark. If you go on YouTube, you probably could find it. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I've watched a couple videos on it. It's pretty cool, and they had like kind of like the theme parks do with the scare, like it's like the spooky time of the year. Like uh, they had that like where people would dress up. Of course, it'd be a little more kind of like I guess kind of cheesy, I guess, because of the park that it was. But I guess it was pretty good from what I understand. I didn't get to go do that, but it sounded like it was pretty good from what I was told. I think they just started doing that more recently. It's not something they've done for a long time. I could be wrong though. Uh, but yeah, it's just crazy to think that this is pretty much it here with this park for now.
Yeah, Custom
Hopefully,
Coasters International was heavily used.
yes, they were for that park. Yes, I know. Um, Trying to think. I remember watching or reading stuff on Cornball Express. You could
Yeah.
find construction photos on Google. Because obviously that ride is kind of old. It's only 19 years old, but I remember looking a while back, and it was kind of cool to see the construction go right up next to Who's Your Hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool to see that. like I said, it was
4.7. It reaches 4.7 G's.
yeah,
Cornball
it,
Express.
it was yep.
Wow.
That ride was intense. It was really good. And the way that you were able to walk under a lot of this coaster, if you look on like some of the pictures
Mm.
I was showing you, Luke, you'll see that like you'll see you can walk underneath Cornball Express because it has a lot of those C beams,
Yeah, yeah.
instead of and they have 'em come down in spots. Like they have a whole kids area underneath this coaster. It's just so unique how they have it. Uh, DJ Dylan, thoughts about it? Sad. I don't really know if there's any other way of putting it, but definitely very sad. It's, you know, I don't know how long you've been in the stream, but
Hmm.
I've had family that has gone there for the last 30 years, and I know they are definitely upset about it as well. Having a camper and being that close, that's how they spent a lot of their summers. And now who knows how it's gonna be with this park gone.
Yeah, I mean, just looking all over now and on CCI stuff as well, it literally says that everything has stopped. It's closed. Like, it's crazy.
It sure
There's
is.
something just. It reminds me of like when the Hard Rock Park closed, and it was just like, what the
Uh,
hell?
yeah,
It's it's sad. They
indeed.
could. So the gaming cheater says, do you think there's something else they can do with it? I think there is. There's always hope for this kind of thing, but
New
you,
owners. I mean, this
yeah.
happened a few years ago too, from my understanding, and that's when Apex bought the park. But I don't know if that'll happen again.
I wonder if Apex just literally got to the end of the term of the contract during the handover.
What was that?
I wonder if like they got to the end of the contract during the handover time, like because obviously they'll be operating for like a 10-year contract, and then they couldn't come to negotiations, and they're just like, right,
Okay,
well,
yeah,
we'll just have to get rid of it.
that could be too. That could be as well.
I'm only speculating and literally, we're just talking like out loud, guys. So don't take everything with a pinch of salt, but it is official that it has closed.
Yeah.
The last thing they've actually posted on their Facebook, the Apex group, was on the 14th of December 2017.
Uh,
Oh, it's not making it easy, guys.
nope.
No.
Nope. Yeah, and their website still isn't loading up for me, which I figured maybe it was just me, but it's still not coming up. So,
Well, was it?
indianabeach.com if anybody wants to try it, but
Yeah. It's currently 34 degrees with scattered clouds as well. Indiana Beach. I've got it up on the if you want to know. Yeah.
right.
Mm. But yeah, it's not good. We just wanted to bring you this breaking news, guys, on the channel. Obviously, this is a major thing that probably going forward we might do this more of if if we're about when news breaks. It's a great way to get the community talking and making sure people know who need to know. Obviously, there's a lot of season pass holders out there that need to try and figure out how they're going to get the passes and the money back. It's
Mm-hmm. And I don't know how long Indiana Beach has done this, but I know when I was there, I had just a little extra money that I had from, I forgot how I had it, but I was given money to get my daily admission to go for the day. But Indiana Beach had it where if you spent like $10 more, you could just upgrade to a season pass. And I was there for a few days, so I just bought the pass because I knew in the evening my family liked to go. So, even if it was just to go and sit down at the boardwalk and hang out for a bit, that's what we did. It was nice instead of just staying cramped up in the camper. It was nice to go out there and just kind of hang out. So I used a little, I upgraded, which for like it was like $5 or $10, I think it was, and you were able to upgrade to a season pass. So I don't know if that was because the park was just not doing so well, so that was their way of just trying to get people to come back, or if that was something they've always done. If anybody knows in the chat, let me know. But I my family told me they always did it, but I don't ever remember hearing about it a whole lot, so I'm not 100% sure on that.
well, I'm just looking through their Facebook now, and it says they extended their offer for holiday. So the season pass was only 41.99 during a holiday sale. So it was they were obviously clinging on for. dear life back then, you know.
Yes.
Valid Unlimited 99-cent soda and popcorn refills 2020 66% off all season pass bundle. That was the sale in December. And they actually put a post on about hiring oh, on the 5th of
Yeah.
February. Like,
I'm looking at their Facebook page too. It
mm,
looks like they had a job fair set to be held
yeah,
February
28,
29th.
yeah.
Um, man.
Let me just, yeah, Dylan, yeah, there'll be a live stream of Ride Sims tomorrow around about 9 p.m. UK
So
time.
3 p.m. Central. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. your time, right? So, yeah, cause be about this. If it was about the same time
Yeah.
as yesterday was when finished, it'll be about the same time tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we just wanted to bring you that news. Sorry, it was sad news. But well, while we're here, we'll just go through something as well. Because we've not done a podcast for ages anyway, so we might as well just do a bit of a talk. But
Yeah, why not?
Alton Towers has announced that they're doing an Oktoberfest event, which runs in September 18th, 20th, 25th, and 27th. And the 2nd and the 4th of October, it's like an Oktoberfest with lots of entertainment and stuff like that. That's different, very different from Alton Towers to do something like that. So it's aimed at
Yes.
families, thrill seekers alike. Alton Towers Oktoberfest will provide guests with delightful themed entertainment for all ages and delicious food, all wrapped up in a cheerful and ideal for family atmosphere with a German twist. I hope there's bratwurst. I love bratwurst. Yeah. Not being mean, but tell Wolf to get his butt streaming. I know, but we've been really busy with doing certain things, guys. So
Yeah.
bear with. We'll get back to obviously I've been planning ahead for the season. Wolf's been making rides left, right, and center. So it's one of them.
Yep.
We have to find time to stream, and I've been getting off a bit earlier than what I usually
Hmm.
do in the chats. So yeah, it's just one of them. But we will start. We'll probably try and pick it back up when the season starts again, and really push the
Mhm.
streaming.
Yeah. I mean, for in terms of me streaming, I've it's a schedule that I'm trying to create, but it's very loosely being stuck to because I can't guarantee what happens one day to the next or one week to the next. But I was trying to go with Tuesday video, Thursday live stream, just so I can interact a little more with
Mm-hmm.
my subscribers as well. So
Yeah.
the gaming cheetah, if you want to try to look kind of wait usually around this time I try to stream, but sometimes it's a little bit later. It just depends on what's happening and everything like that. I try to stream when Luke is on too, but it seems like everyone, I'm in the US, so a lot of people are still at work, so really we're not getting anybody to watch, whereas if you know in the UK it works a little better for Luke at the time because he
Mm-hmm.
has more of his audience for Coaster Gen is, I think, UK based, right?
I don't,
I
on
don't.
the
I'm not even sure.
on
Yeah.
on the YouTube, I'm gonna say probably more stateside. It's getting that way. It's getting the Europe, a lot of Netherlands people. There's a few people. It's one of them though. As we grow more, we'll attract more audience. But I'm quite happy with it being the states audience first, because that's the biggest audience in the world. So it's one of them. It's great. Dylan, if you head over to our website, coastergen.com, we have a full article on everything that Alton Towers has released about Gangster Granny, and check out the video um, by ITV News. It went behind the scenes. That was cool.
Mhm. It was. Yeah. Be on the lookout on coastergen.com as well. There will be a little Indiana Beach, like somewhat like review from myself.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that. I started to type that up a little bit, so hoping to get that out today so it can get onto the website as soon as possible.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching this live stream. Just a little bit of breaking news there. But we're happy that people actually clicked the thumbnail and joined in the
Yeah.
conversation. As always, we love you guys for talking in the chat. And if you want to see more of these videos, just let us know in the comments. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't. I've been Luke. He's been Wolf. We've been CoasterGen, and that was a breaking news.